Hey there, Eliana Gilad here, international best-selling author, musician, two-time TEDx presenter, and healing voice mentor. I help healing professionals to embrace uncertainty and to move forward in times of amazing disruptive change so that they emerge triumphant and much, much better than before. And you may know, or maybe not, that I was born in Hollywood, like literally underneath the sign. And my lineage is Levite tribe member on both my mom's side and my dad's side, which makes me a direct descendant of prophetess Miriam, Moses, and Aaron. And I've devoted my entire life and career to the resurgence of an ancient feminine healing voice way. Yes. And it was practiced by my ancestors in pre-biblical times. And this is a way that helps people to remain calm and relaxed and effective in the midst of change. And I teach this clinically proven way to healing professionals. And I get to work with such wonderful professionals like you. And things weren't always like this that they are today, because before I didn't feel safe and I felt unsafe authentically expressing myself. And I had so many challenges that maybe you may be facing today. I wanted to support myself and others to be able to truly express themselves in a way that's embodied, that's natural. But living in Israel for 20 plus years, where there's a war like every other day, it was a challenge. And I found a way. I actually found a way to be able to remain calm and remain connected amidst the constant anxiety and frustration. And, you know, it wasn't just those 3 wars and social unrest that I lived and worked through over the 20 plus years. It wasn't just that triggered the anxiety, but it was also residue from childhood trauma and that inner conflict of needing to share my deep inner truth, but feeling really insecure about how other people would respond. I didn't have support, and I was just surrounded all around by cynicism, and I couldn't really count on anything either, because at the last minute, everything would always change. Can you relate to that? You know, and how do you prove something like this ancient feminine leadership and healing voice tradition that's thousands of years old, that was never written down? And how do you earn your living from something that doesn't have any modern precedents and nobody understands? You know, it would feel so overwhelming to me when I would go to think about investing my time and my money and my energy to like follow through, you know, to actually risk acting upon this inner guidance, which was really ringing a bell, but it made no logical sense to me. Can you relate? I mean, before, I really want to know that. Can you relate to any of this? Let me know in the comments. What I'd like to know is, have you ever wanted to share your voice, or are you wanting to now in the changes that we're facing, and something is guiding you from inside, but you're worried how other people will respond when you express it? Or maybe you're wondering how to best use your time right now so that you emerge after this period that we've gone through in better shape than before. Or maybe you're struggling with how to remain grounded when anxiety knocks you off center. Please let me know below. And if you're watching this afterwards, write too, because I'm very curious to know, to get a pulse of our community. So back to the story. So I'm wondering, like, what do I do? And like, I can't figure it out. Like, what's the modern application? What do I do with this ancient feminine leadership and healing voice tradition? At that, when I'm wondering this, I don't even have those words. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I should go back to academia, maybe I should go get another degree. And so I set up an appointment with my music professor, my musicology professor. God bless Edwin Sarusi. Amazing professor. Today he's head of music research at Hebrew University in Jerusalem. So I go and I meet with Edwin and I tell, I like dare speak. He goes, well, you don't have anything, academia doesn't have anything for you, and neither does musicology or singing or drumming, because Eliana, you're a pioneer and there's no precedence, and you're just gonna have to follow your voice and trust its guidance. It's like, oh, great. Great. And then like, I had no idea what to do next. What do I do? Where do I go? And then the next week, it was like the Mideast crisis erupts, war erupts. And I was presenting at this alternative health conference, and the roads shut down, and we got stranded for 2 days and 2 nights in a forest, ironically situated next to the biblical site of Armageddon. There actually is a site. It's Tel Megiddo. And like, is the world actually coming to an end? I didn't know. I'd never been in a war before. And, so we're stranded there, no radio, no televisions, before the days of internet. After the 2 days and 2 nights, when I get home and I'm listening to the radio and the news, one thing became so clear to me, that if I react to the drama and the trauma in my own way, I'm going to be contributing to it. It's like eye for an eye. So what do you do? Do you flee? Do you freeze? No clue. So I didn't do anything. And I just listened inside, didn't do anything except listening within until I would receive guidance. And eventually, the inner voice told me, you go to the regional hospital and you contact the neonatal intensive care unit. They serve a 50-50 Israeli-Palestinian population. And going to the NICU, you can get 3 populations at once: the babies, their parents, and the medical staff. I'm like, what? I don't think I'm crazy. I'm not a physician. They're not going to believe me. But I didn't have a better idea. And, like, war is raging on. So I went. And at first, Dr. Onon, the chief physician, he goes, this isn't medical. We can't introduce this to babies. But then he said, but you know what? We can do this. We're going to invite you to make a presentation. And if you could provide the precedents and unanimously the medical staff agrees, perhaps we can do a test. And so I took that as a test, and I made the presentation and they unanimously agreed, and we did the test. And that test resulted in a fully funded 3-year research project, following which I went back and built the model that I teach today to other healing professionals. Now, I've kept this story to myself all this time, or maybe I've shared it with a few clients until today. Because if you've been following me on social media recently, you know that I've been really busy with the launch of Emerge, Triumphant, Thrive Through Uncertainty, my new book, which, God bless, arrived at international bestseller within 24 hours of its launch. And so I'm creating something for all of you in celebration. And next week, I'm going to be opening up the doors to my signature course, Emerge, Triumph, and Thrive Through Uncertainty with Your Healing Voice. And to kick things off, I'm hosting a brand new free workshop next week called 3 Keys to Thrive Through Uncertainty and Emerge Triumphant. And inside that free workshop, I'm going to be walking through the same process that I'll be sharing in the course. And it's the same one that Previously, I've only shared with paid clients. So if you're curious to learn more about Emerge Triumphant, Thrive Through Uncertainty with Your Healing Voice, or if you may be secretly struggling with not knowing what to do or getting knocked off center when anxiety strikes, then this free workshop is definitely for you. And also, if like a lot of healing professionals, you're secretly struggling with self-doubt deep inside, then you're definitely wanting to attend this free class. It's going to be really, really great. So I'll be sharing more details tomorrow. And in the meantime, would you please let me know below what your biggest struggle is today when it comes to this shift that we're going through, and when it comes to showing up amidst the uncertainty and the disruption and change? I would love to hear that from you, because then I can address it in our free workshop next week. So I look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.